Today I'm going to be answering the question, how do you shoot outdoor portraits in the rain if there are absolutely no indoor alternatives? Sarah asked this question over inside of Photo Boss, and I really like it because in 7 years of weddings, I have come across lots of rainy wedding days, and there are often times where there just really is not a space inside that you could shoot the whole bridal party or a whole family formal or something like that. So I'm going to give you my best tips today for how to shoot in the rain outside on a wedding day when you just can't work inside. The first thing I look for if it's raining and the weather is just crap on a wedding day is a covered area that's technically outside where I can at least put my clients and their family under so that I'm in the rain. That's gonna be the thing that I'm looking for first. And this is often a porch or like a gazebo or some kind of tent where if I can just get them all under a ledge or an awning or a tree or something like that, I will stand out in the rain. So this is a first step for me. And if I can't find that, I'm gonna go ahead and have everybody come out into the rain and use clear umbrellas. Now, it is super important that they're clear because clear umbrellas let light through and help to preserve some of that precious light. A lot of times when it's rainy, it's also dark, right? And it's kind of like you're already dealing with just such little light that I want to make sure that we don't obscure any of it over their faces. So clear umbrellas are an absolute must. Over the years, I accumulated probably a dozen of these because it makes for better pictures and I want to make sure that we have them on a wedding day, so I bring them myself. The next thing I do when it's raining and I want to take portraits outside with very limited light is I need to identify where the sun would be, because while it can feel dark, normally there is still light coming from your light source, which is the sun, right? So what we need to do normally in my portraits, I'm gonna probably try to backlight my subjects. I'm going to try to get that ring light around their heads. That's just how I normally work. However, when it rains, I'm going to look around, figure out where the sun would be, and make sure that my subjects are facing the sun. This is really going to help to get rid of that shadowing around their eyes, to lift the light in the image and make sure that you're getting the best possible light from kind of a crappy scene and scenario. And this does wonders. Now, one way to figure out where the light is if you hold up your fist and really pay attention to where the shadows are on your hand. So I would hold up my hand and then turn and turn and turn, and you can do this outside. I would say do this when the sun is shining, do this when you have clouds, and do this when it's raining, because you will notice there is going to be a direction where you would have more light. Even though there's not a lot of light, it's not going to be the most obvious direct light. You still want to make sure that your subjects are facing that light source. The next thing I always try to do if it's not raining too hard is encourage my couples and my clients to ditch the umbrellas altogether, because sometimes when it's raining, you can get some really cool reflections. The colors get really saturated. There's just so much light happening through clouds. It gets very diffused. It can be really beautiful for your work. But oftentimes, I know that they don't want to print a beautiful, huge canvas if they have an umbrella, even if it's a beautiful, clear umbrella. So towards the end of the session, I try to gauge whether or not my client seems comfortable enough to just ditch the umbrellas altogether and get some incredible pictures together. And so oftentimes I will find that by the end of their portraits, they already know they got married, they've already, walked down the aisle, they've done their family formals. They're okay if their dress gets a little bit dirty or wet on the bottom, or if their hair gets a little bit wet, because they're ready to just go party. So I really try to take advantage and see if I can get any pictures when my couple is not going to be under an umbrella. Now, one thing that can really help is to protect your gear. So you have to make sure that you have a plan in place for how you're going to protect your gear. I like to work with an assistant because this comes in handy way beyond just holding an umbrella over me, but my assistant will normally be the one to hold an umbrella over me because I can work a lot faster without the bag over my camera, but having a bag or some sort of protection over your camera is another fantastic option. I have a couple linked down below, and I'll show a couple here on the screen. They're essentially just like a fancy bag that's shaped as your camera so that they can withstand all the weather that you might encounter on a rainy wedding day. So make sure that you think about protecting your gear, and this is oftentimes why you might want to think about bringing your second shooter to help you hold the umbrella or using an assistant like I do. So as you've seen throughout this video, I have encountered rain a lot in, my years and years of doing weddings, but I actually really love some of these rainy wedding pictures just as much as my, sunny day wedding pictures. And I think that my couples have too. So I hope this has given you some good ideas and some starting points. If you've ever shot a rainy wedding and you have a tip that you'd like to share, please leave it in the comment section below. And if you haven't joined the Photo Boss Facebook group, I will link that down below as well, because we are answering questions just like this one each and every day inside of that group, and I want to invite you guys to join as well. Okay, so that's it from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual, I will see you next week. Bye, guys.